Whether you want to advance in your career, pursue a new hobby, or simply keep your mind active and engaged, learning a new skill can bring numerous benefits to your life. But where do you start? It can be intimidating to embark on a new learning journey, especially if you feel like you don't have the time or resources. Welcome to the channel of all things personal development. Subscribe and turn on the notification button, the little bell to be hit up with all the latest content. Let's jump into the video. Don't worry, we've got you covered. We are diving in to provide tips and resources on how to efficiently and effectively learn a new skill. From finding the right resources and setting goals, to staying motivated and celebrating your progress, we will guide you every step of the way. This can involve taking courses, attending workshops, or engaging in self-study to learn new skills and knowledge. Learning new skills is an important aspect of personal development. It allows individuals to improve their knowledge, capabilities, and confidence, and can help them achieve their goals and reach their full potential. There are many different ways to learn new skills, such as taking courses. This can involve enrolling in a formal education program, such as a college or university course, or a certificate program. Attending workshops. This can involve participating in a short-term training program or seminar focused on a specific skill or topic. Engaging in self-study. This can involve learning through reading, watching online tutorials or lectures, or practicing on one's own. Regardless of the specific approach, it is important to be proactive in learning new skills. This can involve setting specific goals for what one wants to learn, setting aside dedicated time for learning, and seeking out resources and support as needed. In addition to the practical benefits of learning new skills, the process of learning itself can be a rewarding and enriching experience. It can help individuals expand their horizons, broaden their perspective, and develop a sense of accomplishment and self-esteem. Additionally, there are no restrictions on what new skill you can master. Here are just a few potential examples. Do you wish to study foreign languages? Do you wish to become a tennis player? Would you like to learn how to draw? Would you like to acquire the skills necessary to play the piano, the guitar, the drums, or another instrument? Do you want to become a programmer? You'll find a few ideas that will help you acquire any talent quickly, no matter what it is that you wish to learn. Recognize the learning process has 4 stages. The following are the 4 phases of the learning process. Stage 1. Unconscious incompetence. As you practice, it might be quite challenging to self-correct because you aren't yet skilled enough to see your mistakes. The following describes this phase. I'm not sure that I understand how to do this. Stage 2. Conscious incompetence. The hardest level is this one, but it's also the one where actual learning starts. The following describes this phase. I am aware that I am still learning how to accomplish this. You are aware of what you are doing incorrectly at this point. Stage 3. Conscious competence. At this stage, you are confident in what you are doing and you are doing it well, but you still need to be careful of your actions and pay attention to prevent errors. Stage 4. Unconscious competence. At this point, you have mastered the ability to the point that you can perform it automatically. At this point, the majority of flow experiences take place. Try the following to start learning as soon as possible so that you can transition from unconscious incompetence to conscious incompetence. Select the correct skill. You definitely wish to acquire a lot of different talents, but that doesn't mean you should try to master them all. You're considerably more likely to stick with it when trying to learn some abilities than others. When are you most likely to stick with something until you master it? When a skill satisfies the following requirements, you'll be more likely to stick with it. You are passionate about it, and learning the skill will enable you to solve an issue you are currently facing or will directly benefit your life. If mastering a new talent for you is merely a theoretical exercise, or something that it would be good to know how to do, it's highly probable that you won't be able to find the drive to keep trying until you master it. So it's crucial that you choose the appropriate talent to learn first. Set a deadline for yourself. Everyone is aware of Parkinson's law. According to the law, the longer you give yourself to learn a new talent, the more work you'll have to put in to actually master it. The inverse is also accurate at the same moment. You'll need to put in less effort to master a skill if you give yourself less time to do so. By setting a deadline for yourself to master the new talent, you can take advantage of Parkinson's law. Narrow down the relevant courses. Unquestionably, there would be a large selection of courses available both in person and online. Make a short list of these courses and decide which are most applicable to your line of work. Schedule the classes you can take without being too stressed out. Enroll in these courses as soon as you have the necessary money and a realistic timetable. Before beginning a new course, give yourself enough time to practice the new abilities you have learned. A collection of talents is meaningless if you don't employ them in your regular work. Only enroll in a new course when you are certain that you can successfully apply the new abilities you learn there. Improve these abilities as often as you can. Use new learning strategies. Today's instructors and institutions are well aware of the quick technological advancements and time restrictions that workers face on a daily basis. As a result, several of our courses ask you to embrace and adapt to an entirely new method of learning. To learn new talents, it is necessary to unlearn outdated techniques that were once widely used. Choosing courses that make use of cutting-edge approaches and popular teaching strategies is the greatest way to unlearn outdated habits. E-learning is quickly increasing popularity. Choose such courses as a result. E-learning also enables you to learn newer skills while at home and in your free time. They remove the necessity for commuting as compared to traditional classroom settings. Don't believe in the talent myth. Talent, such as the capacity to play an instrument or create art, has long been thought to be natural. In other words, you either possess it or you do not. But in recent years, scientists have changed their minds. According to studies, our actions determine talent much more so than our genes do. Strive to be good enough. You might be aware of the 10,000-hour rule for learning a new skill. This is wholly untrue, though. Malcolm Gladwell's book, Outliers, The Story of Success, and the 10,000-hour rule are most commonly linked. The rule specifies that it takes 10,000 hours to become world-class at any given skill, not 10,000 hours to master a new ability. You don't have to strive to be the best when learning a new skill, except being good enough as an alternative. In other words, your purpose in mastering the talent should be to fulfill the objective you mentioned in tip number 2 above. You won't need to work for 10,000 hours to be excellent enough. Have faith that you can pick up the skill. If you think you can accomplish a thing or think you can't do a thing, you're right, Henry Ford once said. Once more, there is evidence that will support your view that you can learn new talents regardless of age or alleged lack of intrinsic talent. The research is specifically as follows. Mindset Studies by Dr. Carol Dweck. Study of the brain's plasticity. Psychology professor Dr. Carol Dweck holds a PhD from Stanford University. She adds that people either have a fixed mindset or a growth attitude when it comes to learning new things. People with fixed mindsets believe that having innate talent is necessary for mastering new skills. People who have a growth mindset, on the other hand, believe that learning new things successfully depends on their own efforts. The second group is obviously much more likely to persist when learning new abilities. Therefore, adopt a growth mindset to help you feel that you can learn the ability you're trying to cultivate. The second idea you must acquire is that the brain is plastic if you want to learn new abilities. For a very long time, it was thought that the connections in the brain became fixed as people aged. But contrary to what was previously believed, neuroscientists have shown that the brain is much more adaptable. Plasticity is the word used to characterize the malleability. According to research, learning never stops altering the brain. That is, regardless of your age, the brain regions responsible for acquiring new skills will develop as you do so. 9. Break the skill down. Most skills don't even consist of one skill. They are a collection of abilities instead. For instance, the following subskills are part of blogging. Writing, more specifically, writing for the internet. More specifically, writing for the internet. Research abilities. Using social media. Network and establish relationships. Skills for optimizing websites for search. Using WordPress. Expertise in the subject of your blog. Photo editing capabilities. Creating video. Self-improvement abilities like discipline and perseverance. As a result, you can divide blogging into the aforementioned sub-skills. In order to avoid overwhelm, break down the skill. Additionally, it will enable you to practice more effectively. Tim Ferriss writes in his book, The 4-Hour Chef, that you should ask yourself, what are the minimal learnable units, the Lego blocks, I should start with before learning a new skill? Ferriss suggests the following 4 tools for dissecting skills. Reduce. Dissect the ability into its constituent parts. Interviewing. Speak with someone who learned the desired skill from scratch and has now achieved proficiency. To ensure that you master the skill quickly, ask them what they did, what challenges they had, and any other advice they may have. Reversal. Consider what might happen if you took the opposite course of action from what you normally would. Translating. Think of a talent you've already acquired when translating. Then, consider how you learned it and consider whether you can apply the same method to learning the new skill. Don't be embarrassed by your mistakes. We fear making errors, which is one of the largest emotional barriers to acquiring new skills. When you reach adulthood, you are skilled in many different areas, making it challenging to begin learning a new one. After all, you'll likely feel foolish at first because you'll be making a lot of blunders. Therefore, embracing ignorance and working to overcome self-consciousness are crucial components of acquiring a new skill. Accept as well that the process of learning involves making a lot of mistakes. These are the basic few tips that we recommend for you to try and initiate the learning process. For professionals in almost all industries, learning a new skill is crucial. Without learning new skills, it's conceivable that you'll lose relevance in your field of employment. Naturally, learning a new talent is no walk in the park. Instead, for many, it can become a Herculean endeavor. However, you can succeed if you have tenacity and perseverance together with some effective learning techniques. Remember, give time and learn from masters, mentors, and the environment around you. Thanks for watching. Do give us a like if you enjoyed. Engage with us in the comments below.